And let's just give that a shot, shall we? I mean, it's nice because also with Go and Go's Egg, one of the big disadvantages on most characters is that you don't have the ability to gain those sweet, sweet dragon skins. But of course on a cat, it was never an option. So always happy to just take the free money and go about my day. Fantastic. So yeah, we won't have any advantages until we get up to that 400 gold mark. Oh wow, Dungeon, thank you so much for the armor store. I just really appreciate it. That's exactly what I was hoping for this Christmas here in the dungeon. But all jokes aside, it's not the end of the world, and we'll just continue moving forward with life here. Again, take advantage of the ogres. We can't even spend one turn in range of this son of a gun, or we have the potential to just be blasted into oblivion. One thing that we're gonna hopefully be achieving this game over the majority of our others, or our other attempts I should say, is trying not to lose all of our extra lives quite as early on in the run. There are no promises, we'll have to see how it all goes down, of course. And generally it's not really my choice to lose those lives regardless, but if we can manage to hold on to a nice number of those into the mid game, then we have the ability to make a few more of these mistakes that we've been seeing recently, and it won't be the end of the world. And not too shabby. Between Gozek and Sif, Gozek seems better for you, Necrol. As I said, you can call merchants and find books if needed. Exactly. Potion Petition is huge, and something that we didn't quite mention in that little preamble is the fact that with bribing branches, you end up with a huge advantage in the late game, especially since Zot can be pretty freaking brutal on Cat. Ooh, and that looks like secret little sewer entrance there. Not too shabby. Do I want to bother trying to kill this troll? Maybe we'll go for one more foray here, and that's about what we come to expect. Unfortunately, we can't use our speed to quite the same huge advantage just because of the extra heal factor on those sons of guns. But not the end of the world either. We'll just ignore them for the time being and keep on keeping on with life here. In fact, IMB is down to 13%, so it's starting to get fairly castable. Maybe we'll throw down some quick skill targets here, just to ensure that we don't keep blasting past those too long without paying any attention. And of course, even in my little spiel of praise Gozeg, didn't even mention the gold distraction, which is also always a huge help in just trying to keep a decent chunk of these enemies off of our back in our times of trouble here. But hopefully we won't have to rely on that and can instead take it as just a nice little bonus in the future. And there we go, we have enough for our first potion petition, so should be able to use that to our advantage in the future as we initially just run from this son of a gun, go somewhere slightly safer. And in fact, probably should just keep running, but I decided to risk it there. We do have swiftness made available to us. I don't think we need it. That's a spell that I haven't really used too much, and I feel like there's a chance that it's like a lot of the others that fall into that category where I've been living a lie and just ignoring something that is truly incredible, but I mean, you tell me. If any of you are rabid swiftness users, definitely let me know, because that's how we figured out that Orignal's Bog is absolutely incredible. But okay, friend, if you could follow me down this way real quick. I'm not going to worry about cutting corners here, and just do a nice little loop-de-loop. Oh gosh, they lost me. That wasn't quite what I was aiming for, but that's fine. We'll just block off that doorway now and continue exploring the rest of the level. Just being very happy that we're fortunate enough to be able to run away from that son of a gun and not have to deal with them at each one of these opportunities. Oh look, it's Noodle Boop. Apparently we're getting nothing but Naga ghosts on this run. We have Salazar and Noodle Boop. So how about that? Okie dokie. Aha. Now you are exactly what I've been afraid of this whole time. Bit less afraid of all these sons of guns, but it's still not exactly fantastic. Let's see, 2d7 on IMB. It's not quite gonna kill. Let's just blast that off though, shall we? And instead of risking anything, we'll immediately just head upstairs here. And of course the troll, never one to let us live our life in peace and harmony, will keep chasing us down. Let's maybe head to this stairwell all the way across the level, just to make lives a bit easier from more of a quality of life viewpoint than any meaningful difference. Of course we find some decent stuff, Conjuration Wand and Artifact Dagger, neither of which is any use to us whatsoever, but still nice to see. Pretty cool. As we hit level 8 here, so we're definitely blasting through the levels. So I mean, we have 2 extra lives. Probably shouldn't have even bothered checking, instead just relied on never dying a single time in the entire run, but we'll see how it goes. In fact, why speak of the devil here? Okie dokie, so we could potentially die, or more likely we'll find curing first try. Fantastic. Never a doubt in my mind, of course. Love to see it. And note to self, scorpions suck. Also note to self, holy moly, we found statue form already, so I'm glad that we didn't go Sifmuna just to guarantee that showing up. Turns out we don't need no stinking Sif. Fantastic. And definitely Syrian Ray does a bit of a better job at taking care of that scorpion than the first, so we'll probably use that a bit more often in the future. Again, I've been sticking largely to Magic Dart because it can't miss, which is always nice, but it doesn't quite have the firepower either, so it's not the end of the world to switch that up a wee bit here. And fantastic. Okay, we're already looking to be in a pretty decent spot. Again, I'm going to keep training in our current departments here until I have IMB and Fulminant Prism, both online and fully operational here. Then I might go straight to statue form. Fulminant Prism can probably get us through to mid-game, and if I can get statue form super early this time around, then you're saying there's a chance. And I like the sound of that. We could train a bit more translocations, I guess, just to get IMB to a slightly better spot in life. Again, with that +4, it'll happen pretty dang quickly. So that seems reasonable. Jeez Louise. That poison damage, on the other hand, not quite so reasonable. Holy moly. And let's definitely bring you upstairs. You're not fast. Oh, you are fast. Well, how about that? Let's knock you back a peg, shall we? Are you even... You are faster than us. Such things weren't supposed to be possible. Well, I guess we might lose a life here. Up to 20 damage on this son of a gun. We do have Ice Blast available. It's undodgeable, 3d7. You're already at half health. Let's try to preserve those lives, shall we? Fantastic. Head right back down, see what this ring do. +6 Ring of Dex. Not the worst case in the world. It will give us a decent little evasion score here. Maybe not exactly everything we were dreaming for in life. I'd rather get some intelligence, just between you and me, but not the end of the world one way or another. So it's back on the road again. Aha. Orc Priest means run for your very life. At least an Orc Priest that isn't immediately in range to murder ourselves. There we go. Fantastic. And there you are as well. Not too bad. Of course, we can blast through ogres, no real problem. Up to 800 gold now. Beautiful. And white friend, you can come right this way. Fantastic. We'll just keep on keeping on here. We do lose our Syrian Ray abilities, or our charge, I guess I should say, with that son of a gun. But definitely not the end of the world. Okay, what do I do with you? There we go. Fantastic. Just need to make sure the centaur's in close range here and it's not the end of the world. Hey Brain, how's it going? Thanks for dropping on by. Always lovely to see you, of course. I hope you're having a great weekend. In fact, I haven't really been saying hello to people properly. I hope you're all having a great weekend. Stupendous Sunday, as it were. And I guess a great week in general. Hope everyone's ready for the Monday tomorrow. And not too shabby here. Okie dokes. So this floor is when I should really, first of all, poop myself. Shoot. Did not mean to step. I thought I hit X and I was just gonna bring up this observation menu to be like, look how boned we are. If this thing hits us one time with either head, we're probably dead. Whoops. So, we could try and run some loops here. Hope that we don't run into anything worse off on the other side of the equation. Alternatively, we go upstairs, we risk potentially losing one of our lives, which, again, I've been making such a stink about holding on to. But if we don't die, then this son of a gun we can actually take down, and that's a huge boost of experience early on. I guess another option is to just IMB. And you know, that's actually a better option, so let's do that. Take no unnecessary risks. And now I wanted to start reading through our collection of scrolls here, hoping for ID, getting heal wounds right away as well, so now we can freely just blast through all of these various scrolls. Getting blinking already. Brand weapon, unfortunately, would oftentimes be an incredible find this early on, but not so much on our cat. And that's a lot of orc priests down there. Oh, and Psych. Hello, friend. I would say it's nice to see you, but we all know that that's not exactly true. And another armor shop. Ooh, ah. Well, we saw that the Roar of Battle was only labeled as distant, which means we're actually relatively close to the Bailey entrance. I thought I'd do a quick little exploration down yonder here before heading right back this direction. It was very distant down there. Okay, so it's somewhere above us here, which I guess we kind of already gathered from the fact that we had explored most of the area down there. And it's still very distant. Oh, hello, Prince Ribbit. How do I feel about fighting you? Hit for up to 20 damage does suck, but should be able to just blast you into next week. Fantastic, love to see it. And so let's head this direction. Oh gosh. Hello, my bee friend with 16 health. Probably just magic dart you a few times, and don't worry. Don't stress our furry little heads about it here. I do want to kill the wizard because I didn't want to risk getting confused here as we're trying to keep our distance. Oh gosh. And there's another one. And another one gone. Another one gone. And there we go. We're getting the distant message again, so it's gotta be somewhere like over yonder here, right? Somewhere in this general vicinity, in this general direction. Ah, water moccasin. Not grand, but potentially can take you out here. Fantastic, there we go. And, ooh, we are getting the very nearby message now. So, let's let these dang bees surround us, and hopefully this kills them. Honestly, did a pretty great job there. It's a start, and I'm very concerned here. Instead of losing a life, let's instead just waste a potion here. Fantastic. Ooh, and you probably came from the Bailey. Thanks for the hint as to which direction we should be heading next. It's gotta be somewhere over yonder here. Hey, there we go. Hello, my friends. Hello, hello. And not too shabby. Before we head in here, let's learn Fulminant Prism while we're waiting. And is there anything else we should get online before heading once more into the breach? No? I guess that's decently alright. So let's just recoup all of our mana here and let's go for it, shall we? This is not exactly the Bailey I was hoping for, but shouldn't be the end of the world either. And I was slightly concerned about that. Made a lot of noise here. Didn't really think this one through. Let's maybe go with a Fulminant Prism in the back line. Hopefully we don't die immediately to our Null friend. We don't quite yet, at least. And not Searing Ray, but IMB. Just keep this son of a gun. Keep the dang thing off me, as it were. And there we go. Fantastic. Once we've started to create a little bit of a pathway for ourselves here, we should be in a slightly better spot in regards to being able to run away and gain some distance between us and our lovely new friends. As they immediately take out our prism. How dare you, honestly. But there we go. As long as we are still dealing with just kind of standard fare baby monsters here, shouldn't be too poorly off. Just blasting them from afar here. Should maybe be slightly more conservative with our magic points. Make sure that we can handle stuff if it begins to go a little bit off the rails. Like so. But hey. Maybe we'll be fine. We'll just abuse our wand a little bit here at the end of it all, and not too shabby. Rest ourselves up. Because by golly, we're going to need it. Fantastic. Normally it would be a really nice place for gaining some free halberds, but of course not so much a concern for us here today. And okie dokie. Jeez Louise, even you were a bit of a pain in the rear, my friend. Nobody should go down fairly quickly with Searing Ray. I guess Magic Dart might be losing its shine here a little bit. Aha. And first slightly tougher friend that we come across here. Let's just gather you kiddos up for a wee bit of a adventure. Can you kill me in one hit? 30 damage plus elect? I'm gonna hazard a guess here and say yes, yes you can. However, you can also drop down a lovely friend Fulminant Prism, and we'll probably just do one more run of the gun here. There we go. Beautiful. Maybe on that note, let's start training just a bit of hexes. Similar to translocations, we'll learn it very quickly, so it's definitely worth the training there. Absolutely nothing of use on the floor, but hey, that was good experience. Getting paid in exposure. Fantastic. And now you, my friend, will try to use your AI properly this time. Now that we have the nice runway to just go full bore in, and you don't have the healing factor of a troll, so we can actually kind of rely on just adding up damage over time here. Maybe even pulling out some of our favorite tricks. That should do a nice chunk of change. Similarly, we'll just toss down one more of those bad boys, and that should do the trick. Absolutely fantastic. Nice chunk of change for defeating a tough buddy there as well. You know, that did not do quite as much damage as I was hoping with the Searing Ray, so instead, let us... Wow, it's already down to 4% with just a little bit of training in hexes. Well, that was nice and quick to get fully online and operational. And we can just continue letting all of our friends come in here one more time with gumption. Fantastic. As for you, my friend, let us, first get ourselves to a slightly safer point and blast you. Okie dokie, now we don't have really any excuses. As long as we don't do anything too stupid, we should be able to continue to blast our way forward in progress here. That's going to potentially cause a wee bit of a problem. So let's drop a Fulminant Prism and just blast you a few times, my friend. Beautiful. Even Kirari not quite going to be the end of us here, though it definitely could have been. Got to be slightly more careful with those Kobold Brigands, of course. Or just, get lucky. There's always that. It's better to be lucky than good. At least that's what I've always aimed for here in DCSS. There we go. Everything is nice and castable now, so what we should potentially be doing, we'll let hexes hit that cap. We'll let conjurations even keep going. But I think we will. Oopsie daisies, let's try that again. Start training some transmutations as well on the back side of things here. And just let that continue going ad infinitum. Beautiful. Did that kill both priests? Did that kill all the orcs? Holy moly. That was a very mana efficient Fulminant Prism. You love to see it. And let's see how we fare with the rest of these Sons of Guns. You do have a vampiric weapon, but that shouldn't make too much of a difference, and indeed it does not. Now you, on the other hand, could have been a problem if you had noticed us before we managed to close the distance, but I will gladly take that instead, and let's definitely keep you kiddos on your toes as much as possible. Beautiful. How many killer bees we're dealing with today? Let's, again, let them surround us of our own volition. Slightly risky, but does allow us to have the mana efficiency required to potentially blast these Sons of Guns. Oh gosh, that's a lot of damage. Let's go with curing immediately. Still ways off from having enough magic points here. Unfortunately, not a great positioning for Ice Blast either, so instead let's just try and fail to paralyze you. Beautiful. And there we go, 1 life down. Turns out, let's not go for mana efficiency at the be-all end-all of the equation, and instead maybe just maybe focus on survivability instead. I know it sounds crazy. Who wants to survive in this kind of a dungeon environment? But can definitely find ourselves in a slightly better position moving forward in the future here. As our Fulminant Prism hits absolutely nobody. Brilliant work across the board on my part. Keep walking. You can almost hear Nick Cage's scream, "Not the bees! Oh god!" Oh, right, you kids are swift. And I'm not talking Taylor. Okie dokie. Well, there we go. Managed to clear out most of the rabble. Accidentally IMB instead of Fulminant Prism, so I will gladly just take my leave here. Whoopsie daisies. Only minor embarrassment involved, but there we go. We'll reset regardless here. Again, trying to focus a bit more, staying healthy, staying alive, instead of doing the fancy maneuvers at the end of the day here. Fantastic. Ooh, entrance to lair already as well. Oh my gosh, we're at D9 already? Time flies when you're trying your best not to get horribly murdered. Okay, you, my friend, I very much would like to come across in a slightly more fortuitous position. I don't know if we're making it away from your vision here. 50%. Okay, one time. Just one coin flip. Here we go. First try, baby. Heck yeah. Okie dokie. Well, now that we've maybe stabilized a little bit, we still have one extra life in our back pocket if we really need it, but I'd hope to not use that at any point too soon in our journey here. And statue form is at 99% failure rate. It's coming down, baby. We're getting there. One tiny step at a time. Beautiful. Would I want to learn slow temporarily? That's a spell that I never really use, except on one genie character where it was all I really had. Specifically, it was slow and Yara's Violent Unraveling. That was my Hydra killer of choice for that run. Hopefully, we don't have to rely on something quite at that level here today. I would appreciate having some real firepower, which, I mean, for the time being, definitely seems to be the case. And, oh gosh, did not realize that I was putting myself in a little bit of a corner here. Is this worth a blink? I guess we could save all of our blinks for final life, but the issue is that we get something potentially similar to last run, where we just find ourselves getting blasted into the next lifetime here. So let's instead go for hopefully some magic potion from Gozag here. Thank you, Big Bucks Gozag, for supporting my potion habit. Always appreciate that. And Howler Monkey and one Yak. Now that I'm more on board with. Fantastic. So now we can just abuse the ever-living crap out of you kiddos, and not too shabby. As soon as we've cleared the entrance here, drawing a lot of attention with our Fulminant Prism Blasts, but hopefully not too much to be dealt with here. And try to keep this buddy. I'm trying to really be careful where we step to make sure that we're getting this son of a gun blast in the blast zone, I should say. Not good at speaking today, apparently. Can you kill me in one turn? Potentially, but you wouldn't. Oh gosh, they almost did. Blast you away. Then I get to an escape path. Fantastic. And then life is simple from then on out. Almost. We'll see. How long does it take us to regenerate? Up to 4 magic, and how much health do you regenerate on your own side of things? More than I would like is the answer, but not enough. Also, another acceptable answer here. Bonus points for everyone involved. Beautiful. And not too shabby for you kiddos either. I guess I did swap out to go in regular dungeon instead of lair. I'm not sure how I feel about that. There was a moment there where I was very confused as to why we had a 2-headed ogre in our lair. Turns out I'm the fool. I know, to everyone's shock. Here we all thought I was an absolute gamer god genius who never made mistakes. But hey, even I am only human. Actually, wait, those yaks were also regular dungeon? Why did I think I was in lair? Why am I so brain broken today? Hey, Jazzy, how's it going? Not too much up. We're having a fantastic time here with Cataly Portman, who's, of course, our very first Felid ever to run in this series. Hoping to bink it first try here if anything can be helped. But how are you doing? Always lovely to see you around. Hope you're having a fantastic week. I'm guessing that you're fully healed up from your arm. A while back now. Time sure does fly. Holy moly. And of course, our Gozag run is where we start to see all of the heal wounds potions showing up in force. Wouldn't expect anything different from you, game. And I can't complain too much at the end of the day here. Oh, hello there. Hopefully that blasts you. Ooh, not too bad. Okie dokie. That's not possible because I definitely would have chosen Squiz as the name for my first Felid. Oh, you are right about that. No, I did want to name one after. That was your cat, right? I believe. I was like, okay, you're not sure you'll ever be the same. Fair enough. Yeah. Sorry to hear it, but definitely is I was gonna say a future, but just an unfortunate reality of life that sometimes those injuries stick with you a little bit. I definitely have my fair share of bad joints and bones. And I don't even have cool stories to go with the majority of mine. For the most part, it's just like, as a teenager, I grew too fast. No badassery going on there. My knee just doesn't work, and it's all due to just that. Woohoo. Why, hello there. Whoa. You can move through water at normal speeds, hey? That makes sense, you are huge. So let's try to blast you off. Then I'm faster than you. I'm faster, I'm stronger, I'm a god cat. Beautiful.